If you ever wanted to figure out your monthly payments on a loan, for example, a house loan, a car loan, or any loan for that matter, Excel has a payment function, or the PMT function, that will help you figure that out. But before we use it, I want to set up my spreadsheet so it's organized. For example, I do want to know what my interest rate is, also and then because these are being crunched up just a bit, I'm going to go up to the column headers and double click really fast in between E and F, and then F and G, so it auto fits the longest text in that column. Now I've got my headings for my interest rate, and for my interest rate I can leave it blank now, or I can type something in. So for right now I'm going to type in 0.08 and hit enter, and I want that to be represented in percentage. So once I type it in, I'm going to click on the toolbar, the percent style, and automatically converts it to 8%. Now the number of payments, let's say it's a house loan, so I'll type in 360 for 30 years, and then hit my tab key, and the loan value, let's say, is $225,000. I'm going to hit tab and come over to my total here so I know what total monthly payment is going to be for each month. Once I have this set up, I'm going to click on the FX button, or insert function, and then I'm going to look for my PMT function, or payment. Now here's the category, and it might be under most recently used, and if your PMT function has been used recently like mine has, it's going to be there. Otherwise, click on the drop down arrow and go to financial category, and then scroll down alphabetically to find the PMT. And you can see down here the syntax of the payment function, which is the interest rate, the number of payments, present value, future value, and then the type. And we'll just be covering the basics on this one. So I can double click on the PMT. It pulls up my function arguments, which goes like this. This is the interest rate, and if I click on this box right here, the collapse dialog box button, it collapses it. In which case I can come out here and select that cell and hit enter on the keyboard, and it pulls it right in, so I don't have to type in D13. Of course, I could type in D13. Now this is compounded interest here, so it's over 12 months, and I want to hence divide that by 12 months, so each month is actually 0.0066, and you can see the value over to the right hand side here. If you don't see a value, or it gives you an error, probably means you selected the wrong cell or don't have the correct formula typed in here. Next is the number of payments here, and we said it was 360, so what cell is that in? It looks like it's in E13, so I can type in E13, and then it pulls in 360. Of course, if I typed in E12 and it pulls in nothing, well, I'm in the wrong cell. Same thing, I can delete it. Click on the collapse dialog box button, select it, hit enter on the keyboard, and it pulls it right in. Tab, now what's my present value, or the loan value, the total of the loan? It's F13, pulls in, and then all I have to do is click and drag this up so I can see, and click OK. And it looks like my monthly total is going to be $1,650. Now if you've taken accounting classes, usually anything in parentheses is a negative. If you don't want to see it as a negative but as a positive, after you made the changes, you can come back in here and click in the formula bar to make your changes, in which case I can click before the PMT and put it as a negative and hit enter, and it pulls it as a positive, or click back in the formula on the formula cell again and hit FX, and it pulls up your fields here in which you can make changes here. So once I have it set up, I can go ahead and make changes to my interest rate and do some guessing and say, well, what if I could get a better rate at 7%? Drops it down from about $1,600 to almost, well, just under $1,500. And then what if I got something a little bit cheaper, maybe a $200,000 loan? And you can see that as you make the changes here and hit enter, it's going to update your total value. Same thing with the car, especially if you go for 60 months at 5%, maybe getting a Lexus. That's going to be some expensive car. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as soon as I upload a new video, you'll be notified instantly, and you can do that by coming over here and clicking on my face. You can also click here to support me, so for $2 a month, you can have access to over 2,700 training videos, all ad-free, and for a few bucks more, you can have access to my exercises, instructor notes, quizzes, certificate of completion, and a whole lot more.